Hello, welcome to our Key Stage 1 music assembly. I'm listening to our morning music for this week, which is Django Reinhardt and Stefan Grappelli playing Minor Swing. It's the kind of music makes you want to have a little dance in your seat. This kind of music is called jazz. I like jazz. Okay, I better turn this down. Here we go. I never like to just turn off a piece of music. I like it to fade out gently. Kind of hurts if you just suddenly stop a piece of music in the middle. I always just turn it down like that slowly. Okay, now here is a picture of Django Reinhardt. Do you know what instrument he's playing? He's playing the guitar. Can you see that it's got strings tied all along in front of the instrument? With this hand, he's plucking them and strumming them. That's when you bring all your fingers across the strings really quickly like that. He's also pressing down the strings with his fingers so that the strings get longer or shorter, and that changes how high or low the sound is on them. That's the pitch. So he's changing the pitch of each string that he's plucking or strumming by pressing down the string so that it's shorter or longer. The other person who's playing on this is Stefan Grappelli. Now, Stefan Grappelli was a violinist. Here he is playing the violin. They're different instruments. You can see that he's got this long stick here. This is called a bow, a long piece of wood with some horsehairs tied very tight, and then with some waxy material put over them so they're nice and shiny. And then he pulls that across the strings. But just like the guitar, there are some strings that are pulled tight all along the length of the instrument. And just like the guitar, he's using his other hand to push down the strings so that the strings become shorter or longer. And that makes him able to change how high or low the sounds are. He can alter the pitch just the same. But here's the interesting thing. Even though both instruments have got strings stretched out on them, and even though both musicians, the guitarist, Django Reinhardt, and the violinist, Stefan Grappelli, they're changing the pitch of the instrument by pushing down their fingers to make the strings shorter or longer, to make the sounds higher or lower, they still sound different. They've got a different voice. Now, does anybody know the word for that? See if you recognize this word. They've got a different timbre. Timbre is the word that shows that it's the character, the individual voice of that instrument. So if you imagine my voice, you know it's me talking, don't you? You recognize my voice. You recognize your teacher's voice. You probably recognize lots of your friends' voices. You wouldn't need to see your friend to know it was your friend talking, because you recognize the timbre of their voice. It's like an individual signature or photograph, or it's just them. You wouldn't mistake them for anybody else, would you? Because you recognize their voice, and you can recognize the voice of an instrument. You can recognize its timbre. So what I want you to do while you're drawing and listening to the music, because that's what we're going to do in our music assemblies for the moment. We're going to listen to music and we're going to draw. While you're doing that, see if you can recognize when the violin plays. Now, I'm going to have another little listen because it starts with the guitar. Have a listen to this again. I took the volume off, didn't I? That wouldn't help. Hold on, Mrs. Grayson. Here we go. That's the violin. That's a double bass. Guitar. Should we do that again? Hold on. Going to have to just take this back to the beginning. Here we go. That is the violin. Oh. Oh no, still violin. He's doing it twice. Still violin. Here we go. That's a double bass. Here's the guitar. Can you hear him strumming and picking? So have a listen out for those two different timbres. See you next time.